Number 4, relative pronouns. We can also call these conjunctival pronouns. You know, the conjunction in English is and, or, which will come under the category of particle. You know, ism, fail, and harf. Harf is particle. So conjunction is particle, but conjunctival pronouns, they will be nouns. They will be type of nouns. So relative pronouns are conjunctival pronouns. In Arabic, we call them ism mawsul. I'm not sure whether I mentioned demonstrative pronoun, we call them ism ishara. Ism ishara. Ism ishara, and these are ism mawsul. Mawsul, we are kind of saying arrived noun. Wasl means to unite, to join, to combine, to connect. And mawsul is something which has been received, which has been connected to where it was supposed to be. So ism mawsul, kind of arrived noun or connecting noun. It will be used as connecting noun. And we are quite familiar with these nouns. For example, allazi, allazina, very commonly used in the Quran. Allazi. And plural will be allazina. Feminine will be allati. And the plural, which is not that commonly used, allati, and allahi has been used as well, and allawa'i has been used as well. So 3 different plurals in Quran has been used of allati. So we will not really, today our topic is not Ismul Mawsul. We will discuss in detail one day, and we will go into all these asma, relative pronouns. But for now, just a few. Allazi is wahid, allazina is plural. These are masculine. Feminine is allati, and there are 3 plural types of allati. If we look at an example from our day-to-day life, so it will be easy to understand. If I say, do you know the people who live in the yellow house? Do you know the people who live in the yellow house? So who, in English we use who for muzakkar, muannas, for wahid, jama, who. But in Arabic, when we use this relative pronoun in place of who, it will be different for wahid and a different different relative pronoun for jama, for example. So if we translate this into English, we will say hal ta'arifu nasa, people, who, allazina. Hal ta'rifun nas allazina, who live. We will have to conjugate fail for plural as well. So yes, ku nuna. And then we can say fil baitil asfari. Fil baitil asfari. So allazina, who, here. So for plural we have used who in English, and here we are saying allazina, not allazi. Bayt al-Asfari, if you remember in Surah Baqarah, we said when we read that ayah that innahu yakulu innaha baqaratun safra'u. Bit of difference. Baqaratun, because Baqara is muannas anyway, and because of ta marbuta as well. Baqaratun safra'u. Safra'u has been used in Surah Baqarah. So Safra'u is muannas feminine adjective for Baqarah, and masculine of that is Asfaru. If we use, this is jar construction and this is rafa construction. So if fi wasn't there, we will say, and then we make it indefinite, we'll say Baytun Asfaru, for example, we'll say Baytun Asfaru. Just a revision of that. Baytun Asfaru. So that is Muzakkar, and Muzakkar Sifa. And Baqaratun Safra'u. So Muannas, Mawsuf, and Sifa is Muannas as well. So Asfaru, masculine, Safra'u, Muannas. So that's just an example which we have already looked at. So in place of this, if we use this who for Wahid, here who has been used for Jam'a, and if we change that sentence to, do you know the man who lives, here is live, who lives in London, for example. So we can say, do you know the man who lives in London? So we can translate that as Hal, again the same fail, ta'rifu, Hal ta'rifu rajula, rajulun, and rajula, the man. Do you know the man? Hal ta'rifu rajul allazi, not allazina this time here. Allazi. Hal ta'rifu rajul allazi. And we are going to conjugate the noun for singular masculine. So Hal ta'rifu rajul allazi yaskunu, not yaskununa this time, yaskunu, we can say fi Londana. Fi Londana. So here who has been used as allazi. So who allazina and who allazi. So it's used for both. In English, it's used for both, for muzakkar as well as for muannas. Sorry, for wahid as well as for jama. As far as allati is concerned, I looked at an ayah in Surah Waqia. So this is towards the end of the second ruku in Surah Waqia, and that is afara, kind of afara aytum, afara aytumun nar, munarallati, it will be allati, narallati. So nar, fire is feminine, so we have used allati, not allazi. So afara'aytumun nar allati turun is the ayah. Turuna. Have you ever considered the fire which you kindle? So this is a translation which has been given, and quite reasonable translation of that ayah. So that's these are some of the relative pronouns. So that was our number 4 category of Marifa, relative pronouns, which are Ismu Mawsul, not Ismu Ishara. Ismu Ishara is demonstrative pronouns, and these are relative pronouns.
قد خصك الرحمن بالفضل والتيجان